Hello, beautiful friends. I'm so happy to be here again. Welcome to my channel if you are first here. Um, this is a place of creativity, of love, of returning to our essence and helping ourselves, our family, and all humanity ascend into the next level of living with light and unconditional love, creativity, innovation, making this heaven come back to earth on all corners of the world.
Let your words be free. Let your voice be heard.
I see and I hear people feel or think that to practice self-love is a selfish thing, which is not. So let's talk about self-love. Self-love is one of the highest purpose your soul gave you, a personality, when you chose to come and live here. We all have different purposes. You have a soul purpose, you have a life purpose, you have relationship purpose, you have all kind of purposes. But one of the most etheric one is to be able to master self-love while you are in a human body and with a human mind, because it's difficult to do. Well, in some cultures, it's a bit less difficult to do because this sharing of love and food and nurturing and massage and things, it's part of the culture with mothers and children, and it's baked in the tribe kind of living. But in our modern life, we are segregated and separated, and we think of self-love as being selfish. But what it means to have self-love is not that we are needing somebody else to love us unconditionally, is to be able to love ourselves unconditionally. Now, in order to understand this, you have to remember that you are a magnificent giant soul, that part of it chose to come here to be in a body in order to experience itself. As they say, the divine wanted to experience itself, and the dark and light and polarity, this is the place to do that. So this little spark of light that came here and became who you are and your personality has a human body with limitation, has a human mind with kind of influences that are not very clean, and a limitation of time and space. And this is the challenge, to learn to remember what is unconditional love and to be able to ignite it from inside. So what does it mean? It means that you developing this skill or remembering this skill of to love yourself in any occasion, in any time. So we have many parts of ourselves that most of the time we don't want to know. Because we cannot love ourselves unconditionally, the part of us that was really ugly, of how I talked to my mother yesterday, I disown it and I forget I did it and I don't want to say that I did it, and I disown that part. When you disown a part, it becomes a shadow. So when a person has a lots, piles of shadows, they are far away from loving themselves, but they also become a very difficult person, because hurt people hurt people. So if you want to be a beacon of light in the world, the way to do that is not only outside. It's actually the most important work is to go inside and to be able to love yourself even though you fucked up, to love yourself even the project didn't succeed, to love yourself even when your marriage failed, to love yourself even when you are ugly, to love yourself even when you are fat, to love yourself even that you did something stupid and you damaged your body, to love yourself even if you have addiction, to love yourself even if you grew up with parents that never love you, to love yourself unconditionally right now, because you have to ignite something in you that brings you into mastery. So self-love is not a luxury. Self-love is a mastery of you becoming so conscious about who you are, so aware about different aspects of yourself, that you are able to take the wounded child in you that never got love and to love it and to show it that it can be loved, even if a mother or father, nobody there was around to be able to show it to you. Because inside the nuclear of spark of light that you are, you already experienced everything. So deeper that you go inside, deeper you come into this amazing, fantastic light that is unconditional. That's why meditation is a very healthy thing to do, because the moment you close your eyes, your ears, and you go out of the time and space limitation of our body and our mind, you automatically connected to the oneness. And the oneness, the place where we come from, the heaven, is light and unconditional love. But when we chose to come here into a body, we forgot, or we made to forget, or we just out of practice, because this body, this time, this mind, this space is taking all of our attention, and we think this is the only reality. And only the moment you close your eyes, you go inside and you take a shamanic meditation with me, because with the drum it helps really easily to come into remembrance of who you are. Then you connect to how it feels to be unconditionally loved. And because our world is so rough and duality is so extreme, it's good to meditate every day, just to come into this connection of like, oh, that's how it feels to have a little bit of heaven inside. A little bit of heaven, remember a little bit of heaven, which is absolutely unconditional love. You can never do wrong. Even if you do wrong, there's going to be another game of learning the polarities in order to balance it out. They call it karma. But the moment you can give this to yourself, to be able to love the unperfect self, which is our personality, then you step up into mastery. And that is one of the most important purposes you have on this world, in this planet, in this body, at this time. So I hope you're going to give yourself this space to be able to look, how can I love myself more? Let's do it right now. First, let's take a breath. Just breath, one breath, and we are already in tune with something. And now look at what you are experiencing right now. There's something right now that you have an argument with yourself. You're unhappy with something you did, or I wanted to work on the thing today and the whole day I procrastinated. That will be one. To be able to love the part of you that procrastinate. And only when you will be able to love it, it will start to move. Only when you will start to talk to it, it will renegotiate and suddenly it will help you be more productive. Something else. I'm angry with myself because I gained weight. So only when you are able to love the part of you that you call fat or eat too much, you'll be able to start to change. And with your love, that part will not need to stuff itself. It's so powerful. I love this subpersonality work, and I was doing it for years, and I was going like, I already reached 1,000 subpersonalities, damaged and sick parts of myself that I was going, what is this? How many? Well, apparently it's endless, because when you are touched in our subconscious mind, which is part of our field, it belongs to the oneness. We are all part of it. We are all connected in essence. You come into parts that are even beyond yourself. They belong to your tribe. They belong to your people. They belong to people who are around. So that's why people who are working on themselves to be able to profoundly forgive and accept and love, they help our planet have more light. So I'm sure you have inside of you that ability. So just for today, What are you angry with yourself or disappointed with yourself right this moment? Maybe it's a small thing. I went to the shop and I forgot to get the milk. I want you to look at that and to say, I forgive my part that I didn't remember, or whatever you blame yourself. I forgive myself for being pathetic about this. There's many exercises. We will do it maybe in another workshop or something. It helps you access this fast and transform it fast. You don't need to drag these things for 20 years. You can become conscious about it. You can change it in the next 5 minutes. And then your reality from that moment on become very different because you changed the code, the energy, the frequency of what you're dealing with. And then you create a much better future for yourself. So that's your purpose. Your purpose is to be able to catch yourself being cruel, unforgiving, or not loving to yourself, and to look at that and to see how you can change that. And just by becoming aware, taking a breath, making the decision that you will approach it differently, you will already change your frequency. Please do that. We need you to do that. We need you to be happy, empowered, expanding, and use your voice, creativity, whatever skill and talent that you have to help us vibrate this world into a new level. Will you do that? That's one of your purposes. Please do it. Thank you. Happy to see you. Please let me know. Please let me know what you think about it and what are you taking from this video. How you are going to approach your self-love differently. I would like to know. That's all. Can you hear it so? Woohoo!